G'day and welcome to our weekly YouTube fishing report, brought to you by Trellys TW Geelong and Trellys TW Laverton. This week we're going to talk about the snapper in the outer harbour, the Queenscliff squid, trevally and pinkies, Swan Bay, redfin in the Bowen and the small streams along the coast, and some yellow belly at Eildon. So snapper have been going crazy out there at the moment.
Yep, snapper season's in full swing out at Clifton Springs, with silver whiting the best bait. If you can catch it yourself, that's even better again. So fishing along the channel, just remember to stay well clear of the ships and just sit back from the channel. There's been a lot of guys in the middle of the channel at the moment, and you're sure to get a fine if you anchor in the channel. Huge
numbers of those silver whiting. The best way to get hold of those is a small sabiki rig baited with a little bit of pilchard straight under the boat. It's been large numbers getting caught, and there's nothing better than fresh silver whiting for them at the moment. The squid at Queenscliff have been really good, with squid to 3.5 kilos, mainly taking the bigger jigs in 3.5s and 4s. As well as that, moving into the harbour, the trevally and pinkies have really sort of taken off in there at the moment with, how'd you guys go?
Yeah, so inside the Queenscliff harbour, the trevally have been about 40 centimetres, and the tide change is really the time to fish for them. Inside the harbour, amongst the moored boats, seems to be the best spot, and just work your plastic nice and close to structures. The fish are sitting in the shade underneath the floating pontoons and boats.
Z-Man grubs in motor oil and turtleback worms as well in the pumpkin seed and pumpkin green have been what's doing the damage. Swan Bay, there's been some good salmon in that top channel, really thick at the moment, so worth going through there to pick up some fresh snapper and gummy baits. As well as that, just outside the entrance there's some good squid as well. Moving onto the freshwater now, the redfin in the Bowen through Geelong between Shannon Avenue and Queen's Park have been really good. Fish to 800 grams with plenty of small ones amongst them to keep you busy. Little hard bodies and your smaller fish arrows have been the go up down there.
Down the Otways, in the small streams, there's plenty of nice size brown trout on the go. Shallow diving hard bodies such as cranker minnows and Norrie's laydowns worked really well. And just make sure you cover lots of ground until you find pools that are holding fish. And don't be afraid to work the sections that are right close to the salt water, as a lot of them are just sitting there trying to sea run and that sort of stuff. So, yep, well worth the drive down there. Some great scenery too.
The yellow belly at Eildon have taken off over the last week or so and started to move right into the shallows. So, shallows right along the edge of the bank and in the snags there. And guys that have been casting plastics and vibes have been having the most success up there, with yellow belly to 60 centimetres plus coming in last weekend. Rightio, we've got an exciting announcement. We've got another Scott Gray talk night coming up on the
11th of November.
At 7 o'clock in store. It's going to be a kingfish talk, so keep your eyes open, ring up and book in for it, because there are limited numbers for that one. It's going to be another awesome night. Don't forget, last week of our Footies Over catalogue. This is your last week to get $9 blocks of pillies. Some of the awesome specials in here. The Seamaster batteries, buckets, 3 Snapper Snatcher rigs for $10 are just a couple of the bargains that are in here.
We still have quite a few Squid Easies left for $19.99, so grab them. They make squid cleaning too easy.
We've got one awesome new bag in this week, which is the Plano Kevin Van Dam. That's the big one. This holds everything. Come and check that out. It's got 5 boxes with it, 1 on top, 4 inside. Enough room for everything in that one.
And a hard bottom.
So that's it for this week. Come in and check out some of those specials, and we'll see you on the water.
Gotcha.
Cheers.